Hey, I'm Richie Beretta, and welcome to Ujam's walkthrough of their newest virtual drummer, Brute. Brute is a virtual drum plugin that is inspired by a genre that's super near and dear to my heart, 90s punk, alternative, all things edgy from that era, and they jam-packed all that vibe into their new plugin. So let's take a look. We're done with the intro now. Okay, when we open up the plugin for the first time, we are greeted with a few different sections, and the one I want to talk about in this video is the instrument section. And this is where we get to see which samples are given to us to play when we are programming our drum parts. We may notice that there aren't that many samples, and we did that on purpose. When we created Brute, along with all the other virtual drummers that Ujam has, they use a special technique to recall velocity layers in each sample. There are many different types of velocity layers baked into each trigger. So what that is doing is guaranteeing you that you're going to get a realistic performance, especially if you're trying to sequence this live. So if you wanted to do a snare ghost note thing, you're going to get that just from playing on your MIDI controller. I'm not going to go into exactly how they do this because I don't know. It's a secret. They didn't even tell me. So what makes you think that they're gonna tell you? Okay, so let's get into the samples that we have to play. We have our kick drum, right? We have a side stick. So if you're Stu Copeland, you know what that means. Hey, and if maybe Stu Copeland, you're watching this video, maybe we could be friends. Maybe we can go bowling sometime. I'll buy you a chili dog and some fries and a Diet Cola, dude. It'll be fun. So if you want to be Stu Copeland, there's your side stick. We got snare, and we have a rim shot. So the rim shot is when you really come down hard on a snare, and your stick is not just hitting the center skin, but the side of the stick is hitting the rim, aka that's why it's called a rim shot. Then we have our toms. We have the low tom, we have the middle tom, we have the high tom. There's 3 toms in this. If you want 4 toms, you probably look into other people's medicine cabinets when you go over their house. You don't need 4 toms, okay? Then we have our hi-hats. We have the open hi-hat that is on A sharp or B flat, depending upon planet you're from. We have the pedal. So if you want to do one of these, you can. And then we have the closed hi-hat. We also have a half open hi-hat on F sharp on the 2nd octave, which is more of a shank. So if you're really riding a groove and you don't want the rhythm to sound too tight, you use that. We have the crash 1 on C sharp 2, and then our second crash is on A2. We have a ride, of course, on E flat 2, and my favorite, the ride bell. And if you're in a hardcore band, we specifically put this ride bell in for you, because how else would you let people know that a breakdown is coming? And then finally, we have our mute and unmute, which is like choking the cymbal. So if you want to choke the cymbal, there's that MIDI pad that you can program in. And that is your instrument selection. We kept it simple, and fear not, because of all those velocity layers that are baked into the programming inside the plugin. You're not going to have to mess around with all these different MIDI triggers in order to ensure that you have a realistic performance. So you're going to get something really good, really fast. Just like punk rock, it's really good, and it's also really fast. Okay, best friends, I hope you enjoyed this little walkthrough of Ujam's new virtual drummer, Brute. I really hope you pick yourself up a copy of this. We had a lot of fun making it, and I know you're going to have a lot of fun making loud punk rock records with it. Just try not to wake up your neighbors. Okay, see you soon.